me, and she just she was doped up.
Nick, I didn't care as a kid.
It didn't matter.
When you had boobs in a movie. Beavis and Butthead movie, yeah, they do America.
Let me go ahead and just.
So was Super Mario the movie. You ain't right.
No, those were. That was a well set pair as well. Like these were not just boobs in a movie. That chick was stacked.
Oh, in
Under Siege chick.
Under Siege? Wait, in which one?
In Under Siege.
Okay, yeah. Wait, did you ever remember seeing Under Siege 2 Dark Territory?
Once.
What'd you think?
I love Seagal. I saw that movie once. Because I was like, man, this is not good.
This is so bad. We're on a train now.
Exit Wounds was way better.
Of course. But that was 2000s.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, when you say the 80s and 90s, Nick, you have so many movies. Like, so that's why you remember, you don't know the person's age or like what they've already seen.
Yeah.
There's just so much. Some of Dirty Rotten Scoundrel.
You got to go watch National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon.
Yeah.
The Lethal Weapon knockoff with Samuel L. Jackson and Charlie Sheen.
Loaded Weapon 1.
So funny. Oh, when they hit Bruce Willis's place, I was dying. Punisher, Dolph Lundgren. Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, Brandon Lee.
The Crow. Yep. Don't watch many other Brandon Lee movies though. Those are.
But some people took time to like get in their groove, and then once he did, and he ended up unfortunately dying. But
yeah,
damn.
Yeah, his best movie is when he dies.
Yeah, that was sad. I remember when that happened, Nick, because you know some people get their movie, they're like, oh, this is their, you know,
because we were Bruce fans.
Yep.
And Bruce is gone at this point.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, but Brandon Lee, look, his movies are getting good. And then all of a sudden, like Rapid Fire comes out.
Yep.
And you're like, oh,
you have
Brandon Lee's coming into his own.
Coming in his own.
He's
Yep.
becoming an action star. And then all of a sudden, wait, what do you mean he's dead?
Oh, dude, that.
What do you mean he got shot on set?
That one hurt. That one hurt.
Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3. I will say that's one of the better standing trilogies. Consistent movie to movie. Correct. Because Beverly Hills Cop 3 is great.
I love Wonder World. Nick, we watched so I remember part 3 more than any of the other ones.
Yeah.
I loved part 3.
Yeah.
Even
Serge.
Yeah, Serge. It's Serge. Serge, like a detergent. Oh, the professional. Leon the professional.
I love when Eddie Murphy's like, man, you have $50? I have two. I'm divorced with 2 kids. I haven't seen a 50 in 20 years.
That's right.
That guy was so angry.
He was, dude. You know what else we missed, Nick? We were talking about earlier. You were talking about that we don't have like lines in movies anymore, right?
Yeah.
We don't have good faces in movies anymore.
No.
Because remember back in the 80s and 90s,
except for fat ass Russell Crowe.
Hey man, for you guys who don't know, go watch Russell Crowe in Unhinged.
You've got. It's worth the rental. It's worth the purchase. Russell Crowe and Unhinged.
Oh, Ex Machina is great, but it's not a 80s or 90s. But Nick, I love that movie. You've got to watch that, Nick. That's you
it's
all
on
the
my
way.
list. I just haven't watched it.
Harlem Nights coming to America. So much Street out of the movie. Hey, for Raul Julia's performance with cancer, yes. Street out of the movie. Yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Also Dracula Dead and Loving It with Leslie Nielsen yet again.
Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen. The spoof movies are gone. Like they're
gone.
They're garbage now. Whatever they do now is just trash.
Do you remember when they were good?
But Repossessed is the Leslie Nielsen spoof of The Exorcist. That movie is top tier comedy. Top tier comedy.
But does that go back to my point, Nick? Faces, right? Leslie Nielsen had excellent reaction shots. Right?
Idle Hands, yes. Sorry, yeah. No, he did. That Leslie Nielsen was just in general hilarious.
Yeah. He just had it, man. Some people have that gift, and Leslie Nielsen was that. Oh, yeah, Casino, Goodfellas. There's just so many, man. There's
no time. No time to go through all of the good 80s and 90s movies. Okay, Sixth Floor Madness says, Nick, you damn boomer, update your playlist. The Russell Greer one is missing episodes, and Conversations is out of order.
Nick, you forgot one. They Live with Roddy Piper. OMG. They Live. Nick, put on the sunglasses. Oh, God, that movie was great.
Mr. Y says, oh, hi, Drexel. I didn't see you over there. I was just busy oiling myself. Do you mind coming over and helping me reach my hard to reach places, buddy. Bad Dragonite says, went to the movies for the first time all year tonight and saw Monster Hunter. Surprisingly not as bad as I expected.
Oh, okay.
Some 80s movies vibe, barely any plot. Mia giving off heavy Sarah Connor vibes, montages. It was pretty okay. Fun to get out finally. I didn't know they were making a Monster Hunter movie at
Yeah,
all.
I saw a preview for it on Facebook.
What about that movie that we've got to watch? It's about the guy whose kid is killed by a monster, and he spends like the rest of his life hunting down and murdering monsters. Called Headhunter, I think. And there's like,
who's in that?
I don't, no one you've ever heard of, but everything I see about it has like top shelf ratings, and it's like there's only like 100 lines of dialogue in the entire movie. Have you guys seen? Is Headhunter good? Could somebody?
Okay, does it match Punisher Warzone? Because I don't give a fuck what no one says. That is my shit. Punisher Warzone was beautiful.
Punisher Warzone is great.
Nick, he shot a dude with a fucking RPG while he was parkouring. Parkour, just shut. Oh.
Destro, I don't know if there's gonna be. I might do some Twitch tonight. We'll see.
Wait, in Thigh Highs?
No,
or is that later?
I think I'm gonna do that after you leave on Sunday, because I'm like trying to figure out when I'm gonna do this, because it's gonna be a long stream and stuff like that. So I might do it Sunday after you take off.
So I'm supposed to be doing a show with you on Sunday? In Kiwi Farms, Ken Jennings, right? So I'm gonna leave here.
You can go home.
And we're supposed to be like doing we're like a linked show or something.
We are.
We are, yeah. We might want to talk to Angry Banley about that one. Or
did I drink a lot and not realize I was agreeing to that?
You might have forgotten.
I have no idea this is happening.
Yeah. Talk to Ken Jennings and our man, our IT man T, and
okay.
we'll figure that out.
All right. Oh my God. Okay, so we'll see. I don't know.
The Players Club. Heavy metal, man. Nick, but there's so many. Nick, before the woke era, you could. Here's another thing, Nick. You recommended movies back then. No one was woke. So someone watched a movie that's like this. It didn't matter who the protagonist was, or
they just either liked the movie or they didn't like it.
Either you liked it or you didn't. Well, give me a movie. Oh yeah, man, you might like this. Sure, you watched it. Oh yeah, that was good shit.
Yeah.
What about representation?
Forest Law 89 says, I think this civil immunity needs to be done away with. It would fix this shit with cops because there would be a response to this shit, but it won't go away. Too many unions. Jay says, Herd 101, Amber Heard 101. Bruised ribs, dragged by hair pulled out, black eyes, broken nose, split lip, punched in the head, smothered, slapped, yet sought no medical attention and appeared on a late night show.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta do it.
Yep.
Kermit the Frog says, hey, Drex, what if you bring a snack tray for your own fuck session? When I'm turning out these beat up granny snatches, I need some refreshments. I'm stacking up these PS5s to the ceiling. None of them can run Cyberpunk, though. Hit me up if you want it. Granny snatches, huh? Mr. Y says, you're a writer, Drex? So am I. Here's a haiku I wrote just for you. Every single night, I dream of you, masturbate, solo sex routine. Hope you like it. Damn it.
Oh, God.
Night of Hopex says, turns out indirect stimulation anal is a neurological abnormality where rectal nerves attach to the wrong spot on the spine, just like exclusive same-sex attraction is a type of sexual dysmorphia. Gonna be crazy when science gets honest on this stuff. Damn. Thomas Jefferson says, it beguiles me to know how many have made attempt to besmirch my honorable name. Though I have been dead, I have seen schools named after me. I take great offense to the accusations of my past, as I have engaged in sexual congress with many black temptresses. What the fuck is this? Ed Gein's Joyous Laughter says, I found the women posting their L's Twitter fucking hilarious. There was also a reply noting the lack of Muslim women on that account. Really makes you think.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see. What do we got here? Did I miss? Also a reply noting the lack of Muslim women on that account. Really temptresses. Accusations of my past, as I have engaged in sexual congress with many black temptresses. What the fuck is this? Ed Gein's joyous laughter says, I found the women posting their L's Twitter fucking hilarious. There was also a reply noting the lack of Muslim women on that account. Really makes you think.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see. What do we got here? Did I miss that one? Shit, I think I missed this one earlier. Rodimus Prime says, "Hey Nick, first super chat. Hey, thank you. Sorry to have missed this one. I enjoy listening to your shows. Keep up the great work. Drex, you tell the truth about these women. My first girlfriend wanted to have a baby. I told her no. Then a week later, I found out she was having sex with her neighbor."
It is. Always. Yeah, she wanted you to raw dog it and then claim that you were the father when you actually were not the father.
Wrap them in.
Yeah, paternity fraud, man. It's real.
LaPierre hammered for prison says, commies going to commie countries won't cure them. Read Behind the Urals. 1930s American commie went to Russian, sees widespread baseless purges and poverty till forced to leave after a decade. He died in U.S. in the 1970s, still an avid supporter of communism.
I mean, Nick, what can you say, right? Like,
Crusader Saracen says, fun fact, Venezuela has the largest oil reserves on the planet and a year-round farming season. If there was literally any place on the planet where socialism could have succeeded, it was Venezuela. But it didn't, because it never will.
no.
He also says, speaking of Christmas shopping, Nick, Drex, are Legos the best toys for kids? They seem so freaking expensive. Merry Christmas to both you and your families. May the Lord Christ bless you with happiness and joy in these hard times.
I appreciate it.
What do you think about Legos?
I wouldn't call Legos the best toy only for this reason, Nick. They have gotten pretty pricey, right? Like for the bigger sets.
When you and I were kids,
they were pretty reasonable.
They were still a little expensive, but the thing was
only the big sets, right? Like the big sets,
right? But they were different. They weren't all this licensed shit.
Correct.
And I think that was better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I remember I had the magnet.
Yep.
The magnet.
You had the M guy,
set.
and then the guys at the B.
The B space set.
Yep.
Then you had the ice fleas.
Yep.
Or whatever. They were cool, and they all had like these different unique things. Now you literally, we were at Legoland. We had the VIP tour with like one of the master builders who does the models at the park.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I was like, "What happened to all these great sets from when I was a kid?" And he said, "Licensing. Once they licensed Star Wars Legos, we couldn't sell space Legos of any other kind."
Correct.
Until Lego Movie, of course, with Benny, the rocket guy. But only as that throwback thing from the movie specifically.
Correct.
They can't sell anything else. So now it's all licensed. And like Lady Raggeds loves Legos, loves buying Legos for the kids. But we have 1 billion sets. They're all, my sets as a kid were all just in one bucket. And you just had to search for whatever, or you just made your own shit.
Yep.
Now it's like all these licensed things. They don't get mingled or mixed, and they just build the thing. And
it's
then
there.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I wouldn't personally. I don't feel
it.
that it's a wise investment. That's just me personally. Like okay, now if you like just building and spending time with your kids building, sure. But to actually like really be playing with, I just don't. Nick, I thought G.I. Joes got more play when we were kids than Legos did. We love Legos, but I think our G.I. Joe dudes got mad play.
I played with Legos a lot when I was alone.
Mm-hmm.
When I was with friends, we never played Legos at all. But when I was alone, I built Legos all the time in my room. But again, I wasn't building a Lego set. Like I didn't have like a Millennium Falcon Lego set. I had some sets and they got all mixed together, and then I just built stuff, whatever it was. And that was the extent of it. Now it feels weird because it feels like you can't separate out the sets. Like, well, these are Voltron lines. You can't mess with those pieces because you'll never find them again.
Correct.
Like, but I don't care about the Voltron. I don't care about the set anyway. So,
I feel you, man.
We built bases for our G.I. Joes. I used to build stuff for Transformers with Legos.
That was nice. Those they could like connects. Remember those?
Yeah, Connects were weird. I never really got into them.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
my parents never bought me Connects, so I never got.
I knew people who had them, and like I said, GI Joes was just my thing. Like every kid had their own. Like more so than Transformers, more so than He-Man.
For me, it was Transformers.
Yeah, our man M, that was his thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, G.I. Joes were my guys.
Yeah, I like G.I. Joes. My buddy had the fucking, like, the Battleship. Like the 3.5-foot one when I was down in Texas. Or no, he didn't have the Battleship. I'm lying. That might have even came out after I moved to Minnesota. No, he had, though, the big truck base.
Yep.
That was like 3 levels or whatever.
Yep.
And I was like,
our man M had one of those, remember?
Yeah.
He had the, it went like this. It was like, it looked like one big, and you went like this. And then it had another, it said 3 little command posts and stuff.
Yeah.
So we actually used his Star Wars toys in that. It's like Darth Vader would be sitting there. We're like, oh, this is great.
I always wanted that stuff, but I liked Transformers more, so my parents always got me Transformers stuff. So, okay. Night of Hopex says, Nick, where the fuck are you from? I've heard pecan and pecan, but never pecan. What the hell even? I'm from Texas. It's pecans. That's how it is. That's how you pronounce it. It's pecan. If I say it differently, I'm usually joking or referencing something like pecan sandies.
Oh, God.
Ed Gein's Uncut Meat says, please tell me you're streaming on Twitch after this because I'm cooking a turkey leg and I don't want to waste it watching an old stream. Might as well fill up the rest of the space. StarCraft is gay. Every Star Wars sucks. Hit dislike. Damn. I think I'll probably do some Twitch. Mario Carter 13 says, if you let yourself get pegged, you're less of a man than she is. Gays are at least man enough to admit they like dick.
True.
Crusader Saracen says, I'm sick of these politicians flaunting their own lockdowns, but tarring and feathers seem so blasé. Also, totally unrelated. Remember in Rambo 4 when the soldiers were cutting people's arms off and legs off with machetes? That was pretty awesome, huh? I remember it in Blood Diamond, man. Did you watch Blood Diamond?
Didn't see that one. Like I remember when it came out, and yeah, Leo and Jamon. Who I would say his name? When
the warlords take over a town and they get all the men, they bring them over to the fucking block.
Yeah.
One guy's got the axe and he's short sleeve or long, below the elbow or above. Man, that was rude. That was brutal to watch. You're just like, what do you do? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch every guy in front of you get his arm cut off, and you know you're next. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's bad,
that.
man. It's sad.
Let's see. Night of Hopex says, speaking of freedom, I'm going to have to seek some work from home opportunities because I've decided I'm not taking this vaccine. After 10 years working, I'll be unemployed when my employer requires it next year. Already made up my mind, not happening. Yeah, man, get ahead of it. Get ahead of it if you can. McBain donated and says, your worst nightmare, butthorn.
Oh my God, that fucking movie. You in that movie.
That movie's so great.
Oh my goodness.
Tara Sophia says, Drex, would women chew the gum off Biden's shoes?
I think they were quicker to do it with Obama and Clinton first time around. But this Nick, the black ones will. They simp so hard for. I mean, it's just sickening, man. They simp so hard for the left. It's bad.
Cheech, welcome to the channel at paralegal status, buddy. Thank you so much. Cargis says, hey Nick, have you thought about uploading any blooper reels from recording your short videos? They sound hilarious. Drex loving MGTOW podcast. No, I used to do. I used to live stream to the directors my recording of short videos. And then I would go in and edit them out, but I've kind of gotten away from doing that. I maybe should pick that up again. That was kind of a cool perk. I'll think about it. But that was to the director level Patreon supporters. Star Wars Radio says, how can employers make the vaccine mandatory without violating HIPAA laws? Because employers don't have any obligations under HIPAA. They really don't. HIPAA is for healthcare providers who have a certain type of protected health information. People often mistake HIPAA as being way broader than it is, but it's pretty narrow. Muzzy Skeleton says, as Kermit, my anaconda wants none unless you got buns, hun. Damn. Mr. Roboto says, my sister got breast reduction at 16. She already had 3 herniated discs from the weight. So there you go. Back extensions, apparently.
Get stronger.
Thick,
Work that core.
thick anime waifu says Tiggle bitties must be protected.
Absolutely.
Not your problem says thanks for bringing back some good memories I had long forgot. Cheers. Hey, thank you. E.M. Dubois says anyone else notice that the laws against the banks gets proposed the same week MasterCard targeted Pornhub? Actually, that's not true. It was the November 20th. It was before that, I think. I think we found how to pass effective, meaningful regulation always related to Pornhub. I mean, that is real though. Like going after the porn industry, that's a risky gambit because look, most people will not admit it, but those politicians, I'm looking at you, Josh Hawley, you liar, are beating one out on the nightly.
Look, man, Nick, what is that? Remember they gave that percentage of what internet traffic was porn related? It's something to be seen.
Pornhub is more visited than like Netflix. It's a massive. It was a huge. It's the top 10 website on Earth.
Yeah, like dude, that's why I was laughing. People were like, well, Drex, do you have to talk about anything else? I'm like, dude, I have a million topics. It's just like to deny that like this is a huge part of people's daily life. Most dudes at some point during the day, just let me just see what's new. It's just a routine. It's just what they do.
Yeah,
dude, man.
Timothy Reaper says, excuse me, how much money have you made from my voice? I don't know. I don't tabulate up Kermit chats, although I could probably do it because I do have a spreadsheet. YouTube generates a spreadsheet now if you activate it of every super chat that comes in.
Oh wow!
So I have several spreadsheets.
It'll say anything. You just control Kermit.
I could probably find Kermit.
Yeah.
And just look. God, that'd be crazy.
X Hamster's blown up. I told you, Nick. X videos, X Hamster.
They were like, yeah, motherfucker, finally got taken out. Bad Vibe says, just so you know, Night Court is getting a sequel / spinoff coming soon. You need to try getting cast for the judge. Drex can be your bailiff. CJ says, Drex, you want that Gina and Tonic Harry Atomic booty drop. She will haunt your fantasies for weeks to come. Who needs Freddy? He also says, WTF, I couldn't spell her name correctly or put even the incorrect spelling together. Go freaking figure.
I saw someone mention Angela White. Yeah, Angela White can get it, man.
Every time you turn around, you're going to see that Gina Tonic. And you're going to just see that like a big, like a 26-inch strap-on hanging down past those fat knees.
Dude, she looks fucking horrible.
And she's going to be like, it's floppy, but it'll go in. That's going to be your nightmare every day. Every day.
She looks horrible, man.
Enter the QB says, well, if it isn't my favorite shock jock, it's your favorite lemon. While I overcharge my clients, I hope you're thinking of me. No, I kind of forget you exist most days. Conanzor says, just saw your video on the banks. Did you ever post your public comment? No, I haven't done it yet, but I'll be doing it soon, and then I'll be updating. I'll be putting it out on probably YouTube community page or Twitter or something. Would appreciate a template to use. I'm word dumb. My views align to yours. Yeah, I'll put something up so people can, if they want to borrow language from it, they can absolutely do so. Benjamin Myers says, we keep misspelling red pills for lead pills. Jolf says, the debt is the currency. Of course they're mad when plebs want to return. Seg162 says, Drex needs to watch himself if his rap game is trash. Peter Pete says, no fat white guy is getting props from me buying a gift. Let's see. Damn it. Yeah. Oh, that's Santa. That's what he's saying. Yashken says, people won't know how good they have it until they lose it. Also, we need more parents like Nick. Him not allowing his kids online too early is great. It's tough, man. All my kids want to do is make
my daughter is, and so like I said, I'm on the fence because like I said, it depends on what kind of content. Obviously, you get that certain checks because I mean, let's face it, Nick, lots of kids are on the internet. Kids, teens.
I can't imagine my kids reading a comment section on the internet.
No, that's a different story.
Because
kids aren't prepared for that.
Look, I can sit here and have people call me like an awful person or all sorts of funny names, and I can be fine with it because I'm old and, well, frankly, I probably think worse of myself anyway.
Well, you and I talked about that when we were in Walmart, right, Nick? So Nick and I were in the Walmart, and we had that moment where we were like this, Nick. You're wearing your dad clothes. I'm wearing my dad. We just don't fucking care.
I'm in plaid, like pink, gray, and black shorts.
And I was wearing like cargo pants and a shirt and a jacket.
I don't give a shit.
I don't fuck when people come at me, Nick, and they come at you, especially like online or offline, it's like this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You call me whatever. Sure. Good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Reek says Bucky's has the best sweet pralines I've had on the road. He said, I gained weight during Air Force Tech School because food in San Antonio was fantastic.
Of course.
That'll do it. Ryan79, thank you for the donation. It says message retracted. Same with Richmeister84, thank you. Also says message retracted. Ryan79 says, I remember the 90s was a time where I was always excited to go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Today, not so much. Yep.
Nick,
Facts.
you remember that, right? Like you and I, Nick and I are big movie guys. And Nick, the 90s, like, even early 2000s, right? Mid 2000s, Nick, it used to be like an event still. It was still special. It's just like, even like the last 5 years, I've been like, It's gotten bad, man.
Nya says, Tim Curry's the best actor. Fight me. He is good. Tim Curry's good.
Loved him as Pennywise. Obviously, Rocky.
What about his exes? From fucking Fern Gully? Great.
He's great, man.
No one important says, reminding everyone to please visit Drex's YouTube page for podcast goodness. Drex, you need to put this in listening from like Spotify or something.
I think it is.
It's somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it actually is. Yeah, so episode 3 went up tonight. So yeah, like I said, once we close down here, if you guys are still wide awake and drank a jolt or two and you want something to listen to, my episode 3 went up, and then my 8th day of Thoughtmas is up. And yeah, it's a doozy.
The link to Drexel's show is in the description.
Yep.
It is in the description. So Richmeister84 says, nude woman in Demolition Man predicted day current e-thoughtery.
Yeah.
There was a nude chick in Demolition Man?
I don't remember any nudity in that movie at all.
I don't either.
He might have gotten the movie confused because I don't think there was any in Demolition Man.
I can't think of any, but I haven't seen it in a while. So Tony Neve says Drex just confirmed his foot fetish. Ultra simp confirmed. No more respect for Drex. Now we know he'd buy that OnlyFans content.
Oh.
Ryan79 says forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. CJ says best Seagal movie, executive decision. Fight me. No. Yeah, when they recognized Steven Seagal's power so hard that they had to kill him.
They had to kill him.
Yep.
And you're left with Kurt Russell, right? I think that's you're left with Kurt Russell.
One winged angel. Was it Kurt Russell in Executive Decision?
Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah.
Executive Decision? Because Halle Berry was in that, right?
I don't remember.
Fuck. That movie's old. 95, I believe.
Yeah. Demolition Man had one scene where he's playing with a video phone. Women misdial Stallone while topless. Okay. I forgot about that. Cleveland Brown says it was Kurt Russell in Executive Decision.
Yep. Yeah, and there's Halle Berry, yep.
One Winged Angel. I forgot she was in that. Wait, is she the first lady? No, she's
a stewardess.
Okay, I was going to say. One Winged Angel says, I had heard from a little bird that Funny went bankrupt. Thought you might like to know. Love you, Nick. Love you, Drex. No homo. Also, Drex, can you give dating advice? Funimation, I don't think went bankrupt. Funimation just bought Crunchyroll, so I doubt they're bankrupt there. Do you want to give any dating advice?
In these times, don't.
I figured that's what you would say.
Yeah, you Nick, too much risk, man. Too much risk, not enough reward.
Forest Law says 89 says, hey Drex, what do you think of Kevin Samuels' efforts? He's aiming at fixing women, but naturally they aren't taking it well.
Now, I brought up Kevin Samuels on the stream. And Nick, did you know about his video that went viral? You're average at best. It's become a meme now.
No.
Oh, this bitch looked like Roger from American Dad. She looked like Sam Cassell with a hair hat on.
Oh,
anybody in this chat who knows what I'm referring to, when Kevin Samuels roasted that chick who looked horrible. I deserve a high status, high value man. And he's like, You're average at bet. Nick, he was being kind. She was a 1.
Oh man.
He said she was a 5, a 1. So Kevin Samuels, Nick, you can't help black women. I've told you this.
Yeah.
If you okay, look, here's the thing. If a black woman came up to me right now, right? Okay, a black woman not named Anna, and was like, "Look, I'm looking for excellent. I'm trying to do this," and I would give them an honest answer, like, "Look, are you in shape?" Right? Nick, there's not that. You were just with me in Tampa. How many did you see we were in shape?
I was telling you
Keep
the
it
story.
real.
I was telling you the story of the fat chick in the bodysuit.
You did. You
Guys,
did.
this little Oompa Loompa in a bodysuit, from ankle all the way up to neck bodysuit, tight, which was not good. Walking around, she was probably like 5 foot tall, and so I'm like, I'm about to tell Lady Rackets to like look, and I'm like, this is kind of gross. And then this tall dude, probably, I think he's taller than me, probably 6'4", 6'5". It's like, hey girl, and grabs at her. And this guy, I mean, he was normal, decent looking guy. He's tall guy. It's hard to tell because he was wearing kind of baggy clothes, but he seems like he was well built. He wasn't fat or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Nuh-uh, don't you touch me." And I was like, I mean, what are you?
Nick,
What are
the delusion out there is real. Like, you can't help them. Everything to them is hate speech. Everything to them is, oh, you're a hater, you're an Uncle Tom, you're a coon. So fuck them. Leave them. Leave them for Zaddy. I've been saying, Nick, please. I've been begging ghetto gaggers to smut them all out. Please.
We need to get them to sponsor your show.
I know, right? They're great.
Okay. Nothing Raven says, Drex, come with me if you want to live. Phoenix Lord Asterman says, Last Dragon is on Prime, free with ads. People need to know who is the Shogun of Harlem.
Shogun.
Free with ads, though, it means it's on IMDb, which means you can't do it on Twitch.
It's free on what?
Free with ads. It says Prime free with ads, but that usually means IMDb.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll look it up. You said Last Dragon.
Bad Vibe says, Drex, explain how Harlem got its name. It wouldn't be because it rhymes with harlot, would it?
Hey, Nick, it's there.
Does it say with ads?
It says free with ads.
Yeah, that's not Prime. It's something else.
Is
Usually it's IMDb. Like, it's through Prime, but...
You're right. Yeah, it's...
I'm a professional.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
I do this for a job.
Oh, my God.
G. Girdham says, it's like Yuri said, they won't get it till they feel the boot on their neck, on their back. Damn.
It was black women?
No, I think they mean socialists.
Oh, yeah. Well, same difference.
Angry Baneling says, there's a land whale with a strap-on sitting on the scaffolds. Drexel, what the fuck is this? Gina Tonic says, your worst nightmare, butthorn. Yeah! One Winged Angel says, Drex, I have someone who I love. We had sex, but she feels bad because of religion. I do things like give rides and clean. We don't do much. Advice.
Okay, A, women don't possess religion. B, she's still his friend, right? They're still friends?
Sounds like they probably like live together or something.
I would just say talk to her about it, right? Like, talk it out. I would. I mean, if I were in his shoes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Depends what you're after and what she's after.
Sure, that's why I said talk it out. Because, I mean, it sounds like, okay, so they both agreed. Obviously, it was consensual. And then she has regrets. That's what I'm getting, right? She had regrets, and then they're still kind of fried. I would just say talk it out. Open, honest conversation.
Crusader Saracen says, Drex, Nick, you should both consider getting onto unauthorized TV. I'd happily sub to you both, and I'm already subscribed to Razor Fist there. Also, Drex, I'm really enjoying your podcast. Well worth the wait. As far as unauthorized goes, the only reason I'm not on there yet is because I haven't fully decided what added value content there will be there. Mm-hmm. But it's on my list of things to do probably soon after the new year. I've already had conversations about it. So Chrono Trigger Happy says, hey Nick, any plans for Back for Blood? The game from the Left 4 Dead creators, basically Left 4 Dead 3. Closed alpha on now. Was just wondering if you like those kind of games. I like Vermintide. And I'm looking forward to Darktide, which are basically Warhammer Left 4 Dead, so I'd probably enjoy it, but I don't know. Joshua Vidrine says, when I was a kid, Legos were starting to get licensed nonsense, but original Bionicle was still being made. Those were a combo action figure Lego set and also had a good story and lore. Good times. Bad Vibe says, great movie, Tremors. The rest are bad, but the original is gold. Broke into the wrong rec room. Bad Vibes also says, I washed a huge pickup in November. To go see Star Trek Generations in theaters. You couldn't pay me to go to 99.9% of new movies.
Yeah.
He also said Drek's dating advice is smash and dash.
No. Here's the thing. My dating advice is based on whatever your situation is. So prime example, Nick. There was a gal who came to me asking for dating advice because she had the option to get serious with her male best friend, right? Mm-hmm. So she asked my honest advice. I gave her my honest advice. They're married with kids now. You see what I'm saying? Like people who think that I just like walk around going, women are horrible. No, give me the scenario. Give me where are you at?
Right.
And my advice is going to be based on what is your relationship to this person, and who are you, who is she?
We'll get a little more info in just a minute. Leo Breaker 49 says to Drex, yup, praise Kevin. CJ says, I prefer that entitled black chick who said, men ask me what I bring to the table, and I tell them I am the table.
I am the table.
Of course, she was like 5'2", 250.
Yep. I'm a PhD. Kevin, Nick, you and Lady Rackets actually need to watch Kevin. So Kevin Samuels has found like this niche, right?
Yeah.
Nick, it's endless comedy. Here's the thing. He just does it in a way that like you can't help but be entertained.
Sure.
He savagely destroys these black women, savagely, but does it like nicely. He's like being polite to them and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, he will get riled up, but it's the way he does. Now, like I said, I question things about the dude because I mean he's a little soft. Dudes listen to R&B and stuff.
R&B.
Yeah, little mannerisms. He's sus.
One Winged Angel says, yeah, we live together, and the religion is Latter-day Saints, Mormon. And it's a rule where you can't have sex before marriage.
Women do what they want.
Look,
the thing about this.
I'm gonna say the unpopular thing here.
Go ahead and say it.
Like all those people telling you not to have sex before marriage, basically all of them did too.
Facts.
I mean, like, I think religious people are very good at presenting the illusion that they actually followed those rules. Now, notice they don't typically say that they did because they don't want to lie to you. They just infer it so hard that you think, oh, they must have done that. And then years later you find out, oh, no, like they were just like everybody else.
Everyone else.
So
that's why I told him, just talk to her. Like, okay, having religious tenets, Nick, and if you fail in certain religious tenets, doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you failed, period. It's like, because a person that you're sexually compatible with and you're compatible in other areas, you can still go on and marry that person. What you don't want is what we said, Nick, the thottery.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but it depends on what you want. Like, because I mean, there's a reason that rule exists, and
absolutely,
it's so like you're saying, it's avoiding the thottery. It's avoiding like you walking around and banging a bunch of chicks and not like and having a bunch of kids out of wedlock and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
That's a reason that rule exists. There's good reasons for it. It's just that, you got to talk about it and figure out what you want, though. Like, because if you guys want to date and you're trying to get serious and marriage is a hurdle, but you're serious, I mean, you can talk about marriage. Like, that's a reality.
Absolutely.
Might be for you, might not be. You got to figure that out. But
you have to talk.
You have to figure it out, or otherwise it'll burn you up on the inside, and you'll get resentful and angry at her, or she'll get resentful and angry at you, and you guys may have the same ultimate plans anyway. So figure it out. Talk about it. Don't shy away from the discussion. Just do it, respectfully. All right, that's the chat, guys. I hope you had a great time with us tonight. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet. Very helpful.
By the way, YouTube is now blatantly lying. They responded to me because they won't respond to us on Twitter unless Mr. Medicare retweets us.
Yeah. What's going on with that? I'm pulling that up next. The whole Medicare thing that happened with his account.
Oh, let's play his video first, then, and then I can give you guys a little update here.
Here, let me. Give me a second. I know you sent it to me. Here it is. The video is called "Grab Your Ankles" for Mr. Medicare. Let's play this, and we could of course relate to this because this happened to us. How many months ago is it now?
How great would it be if Mr. Medicare copyright struck us?
It'd be hilarious.
Everybody can play my stuff except those two.
So YouTube actually
One new email from YouTube? What? No, everybody told me they don't care about the little guy. Maybe they're writing me to tell me what a good boy I am. Only good news ahead. Click on this right away. Should bring my family in so they can read it with me. Sure, it's some kind of an announcement. Maybe they're going to enshrine my YouTube channel for following the rules so well. Hi, Mr. Medicare. Oh my God, so formal. They even called me Mr. During a recent review, our team of policy specialists carefully looked over the videos you've uploaded to your channel, and we found that a significant portion of your channel is not in line with our partnership program. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize, and you will not have access to monetization tools and features. Please go to your monetization page to read more about the specific policy our specialists flagged. Well, this is difficult news to swallow, but if their specialist hand-flagged these videos, they must have had a reason. I'm sure it's tough news, but gotta roll with the punches. Let's go find out exactly what the violation was so I can learn from it to become a better content producer on this amazing platform. Account status currently ineligible for monetization. Here's why your channel wasn't approved. Reused content. Repurposing someone else's content without adding significant original commentary or educational value.
Didn't he take down all his videos and take down all his streams?
He streams them and he immediately deletes them. By the way, doesn't private them, deletes them. So this is actually beautiful because I just found out today as well. It's not just Medicare. They're going after a lot of people. Gator.
I saw that.
Used to do the kill stream. I don't know if he still does the kill stream. I know they were kind of hot and cold for a while there. But Gator, his channel got hit as well. And everybody's getting this reused content. But Medicare is in the perfect position to fuck these guys now because he literally has no videos.
Yeah. He has no... Let's finish, please.
Can reapply in 30 days on December 4th, 2019. Oh, it's a lot of pressure. I've got a whole 30 days to go through my enormous catalog of videos to see if I can reapply for monetization. It's going to be tough. It's going to be arduous. But it's a task I'm up to. I'm going to look through all my videos to see which ones that weren't compliant with this specialist that works for YouTube. They must have seen something I overlooked. Where can I begin my journey? I know. I should go look at my uploaded videos and just start going through them one by one. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any fucking uploaded videos. There's 0 videos on my channel. But that can't be right. Clearly the specialist knows better than I do. I don't understand what's going on here. Oh, that's right. Back in August when I had some videos taken down for bullshit reasons and decided to delete my entire video archive on YouTube. That's why there are no videos currently available on the channel. You can even find the specific date that those videos were removed based on the